Joe
I can't remember
Tank
what that's called.
plays. He says, "Hey AC, I'm a new player to EQ and got about 9 days under my belt so far. I was wondering if you knew a bit about boxing, and if so, if I could ask you a few questions. You're playing on the live server or a progression server?
Yeah, if you're depends on what you're playing as far as boxing. No boxing on P99.
Yeah, this is Project 1999 we're playing on right now. But on live, you are allowed to box as much as you want.
As long as you have, yeah, as long as you pay for the accounts.
Yeah, so he's talking about live. He's on
I used to
Ragefire.
do it. I used to do true boxing though. Back on live.
But sure, ask us a few questions. There's a few people here in chat have done boxing. They do it on 2002, so I did a little bit back on live. I know there's a lot of different apps and programs you can use. What would be some of them that you would suggest, Chuba,
Wait,
I didn't
for
use any
boxing?
apps.
for boxing on
I didn't
live?
use any apps at all for boxing.
Multi-quest is the best one, or macro quest. I mean,
There you go. Sharika was the one that was talking to me about it before. I did true boxing. I had two separate systems that I used, and I just squished the monitors together, and two sets of keyboards, two sets of mice, and used a lot of macros and hotkeys.
Chick says he boxes with 3 on live all the time with Mercs.
Yeah, I didn't use mercs either. I didn't know mercs were a thing until I came back and found P99.
Dude, mercenaries were like the end all be all. They are absolutely amazing if you want to be soloing by yourself.
Supposedly the tank and the cleric merc are freaking outrageous.
They
Oh,
were
dude,
they were dreadful when they first came out.
the veteran. So there's different tiers of the mercs. There's the veteran tank merc is a monster. Like I leveled solo my mage from like 1 to 75 with like 300 AAs along the way in like 3 weeks or something.
All right, so he says, I have 4 accounts on Rage right now, and all the info on EQ is very conflicting. I'm trying to build a comp that can get me slowly through the game. I've never played, so I want to enjoy the whole game. No access to mercs, though. So he wants like specs on a computer build for 4 accounts.
I think he's talking about a comp as far as composition for the 4 accounts
For
is
the
what it
4,
sounds
okay,
like.
okay.
Tell me if that's right, Joe. But if that is what it is, you're talking about compilation as far as
Classes.
classes. Definitely, you need a tank. Heals, you can't go wrong, honestly, with a cleric. And then a DPS and utility class should be good.
Now, when you're talking about heals, I would say Cleric just because he has the ability to res. But
Yes.
it's nice to have a shaman in there, or even a beast lord would be kind of cool.
I was
I
going to
would
say
pick- I would
shaman
pick
for one of the
Beast Lord
utility
as
classes.
DPS.
Yeah, you could pick a beast lord as DPS, and it's a 2-for-1 kind of thing. You're gonna get eventually, and it depends on what Ragefire is at. I don't know what Ragefire is at right now. I think they are past Luckland.
So Sideshow says
Shadow Knight
SK,
is nice too.
SK, Cleric, Enchanter, and Mage is what he would suggest.
Yeah, that's nice too. There's so many different comps you can do out there. I mean, depending on where you're at, if they're on Gates of Discord, the sky's the limit. I would say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot. I want to play a Beast Lord, Druid, Monk, and Bard. Chick said Warrior, Cleric, Enchanter, and Druid. And Pine says SK, Cleric, Enchanter, and Monk. So it seems like Cleric is in every single group makeup that everybody has said, and Enchanter is in every single one that somebody has said.
Cleric's just so efficient at healing. Enchanter, in case you get into trouble, you can do the AoE mez and just pick things off one at a time.
I would almost say throw in the Druid, just because like ports are nice, but you're playing on live, so ports aren't really as big of a deal.
Yeah, books are out.
Evac though, I mean somebody with an evac like a wizard or a druid.
Evac's nice, but I mean I guess it depends on what you really worry about. Because now that you don't lose your gear when you die, is dying really an issue?
Oh well, yeah, I guess if you take that into account.
What else? What else does a druid bring to the fight other than that? I mean, they have
a little bit of DPS,
decent DPS, but you can have more efficient DPS from other classes. It depends on what you like. That's what it comes down to, honestly. What are you going to enjoy playing?
Shaman or the Beast Lord, though, man, that would be nice for those buffs.
Both of them, honestly.
Yeah. And they stack with the Cleric buffs. So, I mean, if you got a Beast Lord or a Shaman in there, you're pretty much going to have all the buffs in the game. Throw in the Enchanter as well, and, like, you're good to go. But see, that's the thing about Everquest is you're never going to quite know if you enjoy that class until you play that class. So you may get in there and have, you know, all 4 of those tunes and find out you don't like the Beast Lord and you want to go with something different. You can take them out, and it sounds like you have your group or your choice of options to kind of replace them with. I'm partial to Shadow Knights, mainly for the fact that they can feign death, so it's a little easier to pull sometimes. So we got a 60 monk who said they would join us. We're at...
Awesome.
What I could do, honestly, is get Soju into that. Well, I'll probably just stay on him. I mean, if somebody else tanks, it's perfect, actually, because Soju's DPS is actually pretty good compared to Adlar's.
You were doing fine, so I'd say stay on the tune you're in.
I just gotta stay away from those doors.
If I could make a Beast Lord, a Druid, a Monk, and a Bard work, I would be extremely happy. That would be a very tough group, I think. I mean, you got the heals with the Beast Lord and the Druid, but... I don't know, there's some mobs that just having a complete heal is kind of essential for. And then, of course, you don't have any way to res your tunes when they die. So if you get a bad pull with a Monk, you gotta take your whole group out. Well... I don't know, maybe not. Again, it's been forever since I played on live, so I'm thinking about the whole fact that you spawn with all your gear. You can make it work. Both Beast Lord and Monk can tank if geared well. You just have to be good with running a Bard as your CC. Hey, Tight Sticks, how you doing, man? We're getting ready to do a Plate House cycle, so if you guys want to come out and join us, you're more than welcome to.
Please. Please.
I know what you're saying, man. We were doing fairly well in there. I think we could do it now that we got the level 60 monk, and he's just working on faction, but I'm sure he won't turn his nose at.
Thank goodness, level 60 monk. If only we knew a level 60 monk.
I don't see them in zone, the ones he mentioned.
Might be talking to your guild chat, but you have it hidden, right?
Oh, yeah, by request of the guild, so I never get to see anything they say, which really has made me feel so isolated from this guild that I sometimes wonder if I'm actually in it, because I can't read the chat anymore, so it kind of sucks, because I'm always streaming. But I get why they want it. They got things going on they don't really want publicized. 80% of the content at best is what I'm hoping for with this setup. I can always roll SK, Cleric, Enchanter, Mage to push. Alright, Tysticks. Yeah, it sounds like you can make anything work. You just have to decide what tunes you really want to try.
Yep, Streameasy's got a great point.
Now, what overlays are you guys talking about? The one that Shariki just mentioned?
Just create an overlay and put it over your guild chat, like, you know, AC Gamer or whatever it is, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I could do that, but it's not as clean looking, and I like to make sure that you guys can see as much of the picture as possible. I know some people watch it on their cell phone or a tablet, and when you do that, you kind of take away a little bit of the picture.
You can do it down at the bottom, though.
I could. Again, it just would be a corner where they wouldn't be able to see anything.
Oh, dude, nobody cares at the ground. Look at these sexy textures.
Right? I mean, you know, they spend a lot of time, and no, they spent no time on these, but they could have. And some of the walls in certain zones do drip all sorts of stuff. Enchanter.
And he's back.
There you go.
I am.
I don't know how I could ever tell. We got a 60 monk. I don't know if you were around when
No one cares.
Yeah. We can definitely format it.
He wants VOG when you get a chance.
Yeah.
So do I. You know what I mean?
I got your crack. Hold on.
Yes.
I got that pure shit too.
Oh, this dude is all sorts of E-pin min-max. He's getting his robe into the mix.
Oh, I don't have a Gina trigger for VOG. I need to fix that.
I'll be a trigger.
There's two link. You just noticed I was level 60. Yeah, only been 60 for like a day and a half. Still have gotten almost no experience in here. So hopefully I don't die. One last thing. You guys mentioned Macro Quest 2. I was under the impression that was not allowed on live.
I think it depends on the server that you're on.
Yeah, I don't think it's technically allowed. I just think they don't care anymore.
Oh, well then, yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, let's send Viz in for a bit.
See if we get Cypher in here. He said he just woke up. You guys are so mean. That's probably true. We gotta lose level 60 here before long. Does Big Ton still do his 2-boxing or 3-boxing on P2002? I haven't seen him do it in a while.
I haven't seen him play 2002 in a while. He's been playing on that new progressive server.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you could watch his. I know he was getting pretty big into doing that. He was showing you like the split screens and all the different mods that he was using. That would definitely be one to learn from. I don't know anybody who does multiple boxing these days.
If you watch Everquest streams, there's just quite a few people that are boxing on there.
Big Ten just plays on core now.
Yeah, that's what it is. You can't. You have to be at the keyboard. And there are some modules for MacroQuest that will let you automate gameplay. Those.
Oh yeah, you can automate a ton of stuff on there. Yep, you have to physically be at the system. That's true.
So you can automate it, but you have to be at the system.
No.
No, you're not supposed to automate it. Completely. Like you can literally create a bot out of that program, and you can point and click, and your bot would go out and just mow mobs down with no effort on your part.
I was messing around one day and just wanted to see, so I set up basically six accounts, and set up MacroQuest and just put them in a place and went to work. And I came home and they were all like 10 levels higher.
Wow, so that's that intelligent that it can actually figure out where the mobs are at and go out and get them?
You set a radius. It can tell because everything runs on a SQL server, so it can tell what mobs are around it by reading the server. and then your puller will go out and pull mobs and bring them into camp. Like
That's nuts.
completely automated. It's crazy.
Is there a way for the admins to be able to see that somebody's doing that other than the fact that
basically what they do is if they suspect it, they'll move your character, and if he runs right back to the same spot, they know you're botting.
Yeah, or they'll look at your character and find out where it's moving to and from, and if it follows the same exact path every time, it's botting.
But there's no like digital looking at the information way of seeing that you're doing that.
Yeah, ones and zeros. I mean, it's the movements. Like what grid points are you hitting, and if you're hitting the same ones every single time on the way back and forth to a specific area, that's a telltale sign that you're botting.
I'm just wondering what Pantheon's rules are going to be on that.
Probably the same as everybody else. They don't want automated stuff. They don't want botting going on. They want a live person behind it. WoW's the same way. People used to bot like crazy for trade skills, fishing, mining, herb picking, whatever the case is. They'd get points on the map where certain things would spawn. They'd key that into a program, and their character would run to that specific point and try to activate the node if there was one there. If there wasn't one there, it'd move to the next spot.
A lot more sophisticated than when I was doing it. I was doing it like you, Chupa. Couple keyboards, couple mouse. Just go to town.
Yeah, I always did true boxing. I never used any programs or anything like that. It wasn't difficult with the classes that I had, though. I had a mage and a beast lord.
I mean, if you stick with just two, it's not like you have a lot of work. You have one that kind of sits in the back, and the other one does all the work.
Yep, beast lord's on my main system in front of me. The mage was on the other system. It's damage, shield, attack, and every so often casts a spell.
Stream Easy said I heard Pantheon wants people to install Pantheon on their 1999 computer they used for Everquest. I don't have that computer anymore. I save a lot of things, but I didn't save that one.
Who still has that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm old school and everything, but geez, I'm glad computers have gotten better. I like the older version of fighting that Everquest brings to the table, which is why I'm kind of excited about Pantheon, but I like newer graphics too, so I'm glad that the graphics are getting an update. And a lot of other things are getting updated too. Anything too far from old EQ is not allowed in Pantheon world. That's not true. They're changing quite a few things. Actually, the Rogue is now going to have a mezzing capability, which is definitely not classic Everquest. So I think they're mixing in Everquest, Vanguard, which he also worked on, and then possibly a few just new ideas that they've seen other MMOs do, and anything else that kind of popped into their brain. That whole stamina actually being used to cast your spells and your combat arts. So you have to decide. Like, you may have all the mana in the world, but if you don't have the stamina to use them... Okay, Pantheon are trying to be so hardcore, and anything is EQ related. I don't know if it's going to be hardcore. I don't really think EQ is that hardcore either. I think it's just a different type of game. It's slower. It kind of makes it where you can chill and be able to talk to people, and it's not just 24/7 running around. I know there's a lot of MMOs out there that have that as an aspect to them, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. You come home from work and you just want to like go and kill stuff without spending an hour to get into a group. Yeah, WoW can definitely be one of those things. Get into a battleground immediately and start wrecking some face.
I want to play some more Project Gorgon at some point.
I saw the 3 or 4. Did ZK ever get in there with you? Because I know he said he wanted to.
I don't know. Well, not before I had to leave. I had some errands I had to run.
All right, last question. How hard is it to run with a Ixar? You mean because they're evil?
It's not hard.
I mean, there's going to be certain zones that you're going to have to make sure you avoid some of the guards, especially at a lower level, but once you get a high enough level, you can start killing guards.
Yeah, but by the time, he's playing in GOD right now, POK takes care of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. He's got freaking eyeballs.
Nice.
Of course he does.
Hey kid, how you doing, man? Well, yeah, this is the open Keal raid, so if you guys are watching, want to come out and join, we got spots. I did Rogue and EQ if Pantheon ever comes out, which is, yeah, kind of a big if on that one. I'll probably change it up and go caster. The casters have changed a little bit too, so they have a few videos, I think 5 or 6 now. I would definitely watch a few of those. They haven't really shown off the casters as of yet. It's been mainly the tanks that have been highlighted.
I just saw that he has a damage shield after I got a slow on him. I'll try to strip it.
Oh, I can get it off.
Oh, that's right. You can mark a Karn without removing my slow.
Yeah.
I want to get a breastplate for my 31 Cleric, because you can right-click that.
I asked Chupa that earlier, and he said there was a...
There's a level requirement for the Cleric one.
Oh, is it?
But not for the Warrior.
Let me check. For the Druid one, there is too.
Oh.
Hey, Joe, you're more than welcome to ask all the questions you want, man. That's why we do these streams, so keep them coming if you got some. See, stream says you need to request for your epic after you swing your weapon too many times. They took that from Breath of the Wild. Roughly 100 swings, and then you have to request it. I don't know if I could do that. Like, do my entire epic all over again? I know they did that on the new Zelda on the Switch, where all your weapons are breakable, and you pretty much have to just go out and find them again. They did give you the Master Sword, but you had to go through, you know, pretty extensive trials to be able to get those. I still think it has to be recharged at some point. Like, you have to take it off and let it rest. Been watching my Monk series. I've loved the Monk, but I soloed with him quite a bit, and once they changed the way Monks worked, I haven't really gone back to him. Not to say I won't, but I got to get used to it all over again, and they changed it on me right as I was getting high level. So groups at that point aren't really as forgiving when you make mistakes.
My Monk was like 56 already when they changed that.
Which had to be a nightmare for you. Like, you had to learn how to pull all over again, right?
It was so bad. I was so angry for a while. Because I don't have beads, so...
Yeah. Breakable weapons are so annoying. What do you guys feel about that? Do you like games with breakable weapons, durability on them that you gotta go repair, or...?
It depends on the rest of the gameplay, really.
Like, I like it in certain RPGs of the old kind. The newer modern games, I always look at it as more of like busy work. They did it in Everquest 2, where when you died, of course you lost your experience. Well, it was experience debt, which you had to pay back. But you also lost durability. I think it was like 10% durability on all your items, unless it was legendary, and then it was 5%. So, too many raid wipes, and you would have to go Mender, and it was just a way, I think, to take out Plat out of the game.
Yeah, it's a Plat sink.
Because they even gave you abilities to summon your own vendor later on, or Mender, I should say, to repair right in the zone that you're at, right in the spot that you're at. So, didn't really cause you to leave the area, just money out the window.
This is the last one in that room. But, let's be careful.
Yeah, there's no mending or repairing in Zelda. It's just you have to replace the weapon altogether. And I wasn't a huge fan when I heard that was the case. I haven't played it myself, so I'm kind of keeping that on reserve. Maybe it is fun to play, but one of the coolest things for me as a kid playing Zelda was getting, you know, your hook shot or your boomerang, or even better yet, getting your boomerang, throwing it in that fountain, getting the upgraded version of that boomerang, you know, and you got to keep it. You didn't lose it. You got to use it as much as you wanted to. You don't really get to have that connection or that, I don't know, just the ability to be happy when you get that weapon for the very first time. Be like, yeah, that's mine now, sucker. Oh, he said he could pull with beads. Makes gear less valuable when it actually breaks permanently. I agree with you on that one.
Move back to around. Yeah, you got it.
Looking for survival games, so losing it all to a mistake is normal. I was hoping that was still an EQ. Not on live. If you want that kind of feel to it where you make a huge mistake and you got to go back and get everything, you're going to need to go to one of the progression servers or come over to P99. There we go. We got a little bit of echo going. There, it's gone. He got guys from the other door, too. My friends told me how hard EQ was and is, and it's why I finally tried an MMO. Game is still awesome, though, fully hooked. You know, if you got the bug for Everquest, be prepared, my friend. That does not go away ever, really. You're going to be coming back to that thing for years. Well, now that you're done it, my wife is going to kill me when she finds out I'm playing EQ again. Mr. Staffy, welcome back to the addiction. Your gear is still safe on progression. Oh, is it really? So it's not even like a take back to the old days. I don't know. I guess some people don't like it. Course runs are fairly annoying at times, and they can definitely slow the game down. And I think everything is trying to make things faster pace, which is why Pantheon is finding that niche group of us that want it to kind of slow down and be a little harder. Wish I could show you what's going on, but I don't want to get too close. Jeez, Shariki. Not far from the truth, though. He did have a temp server with hardcore rules where you started over if you died. It was PvP server too. Can't remember its name. Ouch. Like completely start over when you die, huh? That's a little too hardcore for me. All the ease of life is still on progression. Slow and hard, how most people like it.
I know, that's what she said.
I was waiting for somebody to throw that in there. It was a limited event server. They talked about doing something like that here on P99 as well. I think they called it Purple, right? Was it going to be the Purple server? It was going to be like a King of the Hill. You could make as many tunes as you wanted to, but the one with the highest level tune at the end of the event would be the winner. And if you died on that server, your tune was gone. You'd have to remake another one. Interesting idea. Hard to swallow losing all that gear, though. Can you imagine having a fungi? I mean, getting that far in the first place would be an achievement, but then actually winning a fungi and losing it because you died.
My charm broke. I'm recharming. Rune is still up. Okay, I got it charmed.
I'm hoping this time around, if Pantheon does fairly well, or just as an MMO in general, I hope they kind of set the stage maybe for future MMOs to copy their servers. Just once a year or something, you know, just copy that server. And if they do ever go back and make a progression server, they could literally just load in the old copy. So people could experience that as it was without having to try to go back and rewrite it to be what it was, which is, you know, not only one, a waste of time, but a waste of money as well. Or you do everything right and go LD and die. Definitely a possibility. Sometimes even with a great internet connection, there ain't nothing you can do about that. Power goes out during a storm, or somebody's working on, you know, the road nearby and they hit a line. I'm looking forward to Pantheon. So am I. I go through stages. Where I'm super excited about it to where I'm tired of waiting. And then just yeah, I'll forget about it for a little while. We got a little echo there. There we go, it's gone. What about you, Shariki? Are you looking forward to any new MMOs out there?
I've been looking forward to Pantheon for a while. See if it lives up to the hype.
You have a class that you're kind of interested on that one, or are you going Enchanter?
I have purposefully not looked at anything.
Oh, so you're going to go into it just blind and see what you can see.
I want to go in with as little expectations other than the fact that I know Brad McQuaid's involved. Like, as little as possible.
All right, so he's going to get 2 here. And we could definitely handle that, considering we were handling, what, 6 earlier? You can check out pre-alpha for like $1,000. Me and Cypher are in the $250 one range, and that one's still not open for access. But even once we do check it out, we will no longer be allowed to talk about the game for a while because they have an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, on that.
Back your pet up some. We can get a line on side of the other one, hopefully.
Oh, his range is just too big.
Yeah, he's not coming. Unless you take him out the door. Yeah, it's the beta version for the 250, which is a lot to spend on a video game. There's really no but to that. It's just a lot to spend on a video game. But you do get 2 Steam keys. So with me and Cypher going into them, we both stream, we both make recordings. You know, it's just kind of one of those things where it's kind of worth it for us to do it, but I would not suggest anybody else really jump into that. The $100 one doesn't seem too bad. $50 is about average on what you'd pay for, you know, a AAA title these days, and you get 2 keys, so, you know, go into it with a friend, you both get one. You get a few extra add-ons too. I think there's like a starting backpack and maybe a mount and I don't know, some other things, but it's mainly just the early access that you're getting access to. Star Citizen has been one that a number of you guys have mentioned in the past.
Yeah, I actually need to load that up and see what's come out recently for it. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I do have a ship and everything.
Wow, he says one of his brothers has already dropped 1K on that game.
Ooh, I've only spent about 300.
We got an ad.
Yeah,
we got 2 ads.
Rooting and gonna slow.
Let's see, 6 all or ball, I guess is what you're going for on that one. Your sound quality is quite nice. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Talking to you guys over a RE20 microphone, if that makes any difference to you guys.
Oh, we got another monk here.
Where's he at?
It's a paradigm monk.
BADGA.
God, I cannot get this oracle slowed to save my life.
She's not happy.
Yeah.
I would ask you how your brother likes the game, but considering he spent over K on it, I'm guessing a lot, right? I mean, what's his favorite aspect that kind of keeps him coming back to that, you think? I like the Yeti for recording. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a lot of the other microphones out there. I just went with the RE20. It's a common one that you guys will see in like studios like Rush Limbaugh and pretty much any podcast, not podcast, or any you know, morning
Is yours
news.
gold-plated?
No, mine is not gold-plated. I'm not that ridiculous. It adds nothing to the sound quality of gold-plated.
Gold-plated doesn't do anything for sound quality.
Yeah. That would be insanely expensive.
Just Rush's mic was gold-plated, you know?
He's rich. He's rich, man. You know, he can do it. I'm not that rich. Not even close to being in the category of rich. He's all about that game. I don't like the game. He talks about it a lot, and I mostly tune him out. It's one of the hard things about an MMO when you talk to people about it. If they're not into it, they don't get it, and they're not interested. You know, they don't want to hear more about it.
You gotta check these, AC?
Sure, if you guys want me to do the loot. Be honest with this group makeup here, I'm not really doing much else.
I got a break. Hold on.
We got a mask. A altered mask here.
Antlers. That's what I have on my...
Yeah, I saw it in your bags.
Yeah. I mean, it's 1 AC more than what you got in yours, but the stats aren't bad either. It was cheap. Is your pet hasted?
Yeah, dude.
Good grief. I'm sitting there letting it hit me thinking, you know, you mean to go. Damn thing's kicking my face in.
Yeah, no, he's definitely VOG'd.
It's pretty nice, pretty nice. 3 monks.
Mm-hmm. Anybody get the respawn timer on these? It's 27, right?
We got 21 minutes so far. Thus far, we have 21 minutes left.
All right. If you want to start it right after this, Chupa, I'll move and Tash and root.
Just a little note. Who's going to be on dwarf duty when he repops?
I mean, I'll be watching out
man.
more.
I didn't realize this dude was a healer.
Oh, he did. I should have tapped him. I'll move my pet over here.
There was a new MMO that I was playing not too long ago called Will to Fight. That was a Russian-made end-of-the-world apocalypse, mutants attacking everybody survival game with PvP aspects built into it. Kind of interesting at first, but I'm not a huge PvPer, so I had to switch over to a player versus environment server. To add on insult to injury, I was streaming the whole thing, and stream sniping is real over there, to the point where I spent about 4 to 5 hours unable to do anything other than get in fights with people, which is fun, but at some point you want to try out the rest of the game, you want to go to different places, and I was unable to do that streaming that game, so player versus environment was the way to go, I think, in the end. Project Gorgon, that's a game you guys have been playing. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Shrieky? I mean, what?
So, like, the level system is kind of like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim, where your sword levels up or your unarmed levels up, and the items have level requirements based on your skills. So, like, I have a bow I'm trying to get to where I can use, but I have to have 10 levels in unarmed and 10 levels in swordsmanship to equip the bow.
But
it's pretty nice. Yeah, there's no classes. Like, you just kind of unlock abilities or sets of abilities, I guess, like archery, or there's one that's like psychology or something. I don't know what it does yet.
But you can only use 2 at a time, like you were saying. So.
Correct. Yeah. You have 2 different bars, and you can only use 2 sets of abilities at any given time.
So it does kind of limit you. You can be a jack of all trades. You can even be a master of all trades.
Not that one.
A dragonhide belt. All right, well, we'll roll on that in a second.
Oh, great. Hopefully that thing doesn't... No, that one's too low to summon. We're fine.
Did you need a pet for your weapon, or a weapon for your pet, whatever?
Actually, yes.
I just tossed it right there on the ground.
We got to the rooted one next, right, Shrieky?
Yeah, it's the rooted one next. I had another weapon somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Now you definitely don't want to be getting hit by that guy.
All right, 555 guys for the belt.
Oh, I'm glad I brought the big guns out today with my dice.
Those are horrible rolls. That's a sign of what's to come. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I guess I'm keeping it.
There goes your plate, breastplate, or legs roll.
That's what I was thinking. Well, you know, it might be an upgrade for my warrior. I mean, stamina, nice. Not a bad monk belt, really.
I used it on mine for a little while.
I have to see what my monk is wearing.
Well, I mean, if you have a better haste than, you know, FBSS, then yeah.
No, he's not.
Don't replace a haste item with it.
He's on haste.
Does your monk have the? Does your monk? Oh, he doesn't have the haste belt from Sky.
No, he hasn't gone up to Sky yet. My warrior has the belt.
Spider for a belt would be nice too.
For who? The monk?
For anybody, honestly, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think I think it's very light, and it's got 40 hit points on it.
And some stats. It's really good.
I mean, this is 0 weight, which is weird.
Yeah. It's made of dragonhide. Why would it weigh 0?
You would imagine dragons would weigh quite a bit.
Right.
I'll start slowing after this one, or trying to. We burned through this pretty quick, actually.
It was just a pulling thing that's gonna throw our timers off a little bit. We might have a chance for a second cycle.
Well, we can do the second cycle. I can always pull my pet off and clear the ads.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, Brian, I don't mind stream sniping, to be honest. I actually think it's kind of fun. It's just when it goes on and on and on, and like you never get any reprieve from it. That's when you get to the point where you're just like, I can't do anything else. It's kind of a cool game. I haven't really played a first-person shooter or MMO. Really, ever. I can think of. I don't know what causes that echo.
It might be me muting my mic.
Let's see, or COF. That's what Shix was saying. I guess for belts.
COF is Global Flames.
Well, that has haste on it. Maybe he's talking about haste. And be honest, if I get Shardak this Wednesday, I'll have what I need to spawn Ixablad again. So we'll have a chance to possibly get some loot off of him. I don't know, it seems to me most people who don't have access to the dragons in TOV want to get their haste belt from Sky.
It's 41%.
If you could do the quest one, it drops the 20-something% haste. Unless
22, I think.
Unless you're a rogue,
20,
I think it's like
21,
30-something, right?
21, yeah, 21.
Yeah, it's 21 for the pure melee, and then 16 for the hybrids.
There is one in there. Isn't it the rogue? They have like 30-something just off of the regular drop?
No, it's 21%.
Still, 21% ain't bad.
All right, I'll start trying to slow it after some aggro is built up.
First drop of the night. Let's go with 444.
I'm so glad I brought my good dice. I can't believe I just slowed that guy on the first cast.
AC, you gonna roll?
I already got it. So that would be Wanderers, right?
Yep. 373.
Let's see what the time on it is. 28 minutes on that one, so he has plenty of time to loot that. Yeah, that sounds right. Nah, legs aren't in there, dude. Legs drop all the time.
Yeah, no, legs and chest are both majors.
Just giving you guys a hard time. Super easy.
I just want to put it out there for these.
The only thing I'm here for, really. I mean, I need arms and boots still, but
I just want to put it out there for these guys because, just in case.
Right. No, I understand why you were doing it. I was making a joke since somebody just lost their legs.
Well, he didn't lose. I know where they're at.
Yeah, they're on somebody.
Inventory.
There's just his bag somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if he held on to him or not.
He probably did. He's gonna put it on his mantle.
No, they can't do anything.
Gotta put it on his mantle, man.
On his mantle. Fair enough.
Look what I brought home, honey.
And they're not used yet either. They're brand new.
Brand new. Can't seem to put them down for some reason.
Yeah, this is my first time doing Plate House, besides when I sat with a group who was here so I could bring a ring churn in.
Yeah, he was doing the ring quest.
Well, he, for the very first time coming here, he's already won something.
Careful with the little dude.
Yeah, I'm watching for him.
Schick says he still has them in the bank. He feels bad trying to delete those things. He's rooted just for extra measure.
Okay. Tashed slower. Because he does hit kind of hard.
Yeah, he does.
He's resistant too.
Don't get rid of those toes, AC.
I've just been throwing them on the ground, but I'll pick them up for you, I guess, if you want them.
Yeah, well, faction.
They're good for faction too. So you can. They're part of the Shaw quests, but you turn in 4 at a time to an NPC, and they're for faction as well.
Oh, okay. I'll hold on as many as I can. I don't have a lot of space on me, so...
worst case, you can throw them to me. I've got plenty of space in my tank bags.
Okay.
That way I ain't got to worry about weight.
Sure, but you want to start the next cycle right away?
I'm good to magic, so...
We got 8 minutes.
We got time then. We can down this in 7.
Okay. Let me,
Oh, wait. Step break.
You want me to root him?
Step break. I got him rooted.
See, Brian says, I regret selling my res stick and gnome illusion mask on Luckland years ago. That res stick is hard to get. Only has 10 charges, I think,
all
right?
I'm ready, Chupa.
There was an exploit during POR that lets you recharge it. You can still recharge it here on live too, but I heard it costs like 1,000,000 plat. And there's guilds that actually pay that. So a little ridiculous that there's guilds out there that have 1,000,000 plat.
It does cost 1,000,000 plat to recharge a res stick. But you can, if you can find one for sale, they're like 40K.
Well, it's cheaper than recharging.
It's way cheaper. It's not that rare of a drop off a box.
No, you just have to get it. I mean, there's a lot of guilds going after that guy.
Yeah, there was a while there at the end of last year that we were just nailing her every time she was up, but we've kind of fallen off of keeping on top of her.
And she didn't call you back afterwards, or what?
No, she just stopped calling.
Yeah, see, you know, they could do it.
I wish the root on my pet would wear off.
Well, I didn't put it on, so
there it goes.
Wow, look at that range, man. He's literally 2 of those squares away from that mob right now, and he's still able to hit it. See, that's all they would have to do is make these mobs have that kind of range, no matter where you went, and bard kiting would be a thing of the past.
It's a pretty integral part of the class, though.
Good grief, man. Your pet's push is crazy.
Brian says, is there a new drop now? One I had dropped off of Vox, and they took it off of her loot table. Yeah, I don't think it drops off of Vox, right, Shariki?
What, the res stick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yep.
Oh, well, then they just didn't take it off the loot table here on P99.
It hasn't. I don't think it's been. I don't think it's in a place where it was taking off the loot table. I don't think that came for a while. Park my pet like over here.
And I'm not up to date on the dragons, considering I have yet to go in and fight any of them here on P99. I'm kind of hoping to be able to do that fairly soon.
All right, 4 minutes, and you have to switch your pet around to another target.
Okay, we'll probably be 1 or 2 more mobs in to the cycle.
Bog is wearing off slip.
Remember, guys, we do have space here, so if you guys want to come out and join us, more than welcome to. Although we are rocking these things. To get a little bit more DPS, we'd probably be able to do maybe 3 cycles in between.
You need quite a bit more DPS for that. It is a big difference. I mean, if we had killed the spawns in here back to back to back, instead of having those other 2 rooms add, or that other room add,
if I would
have been a whole lot better.
Columns, it would be broke up really nice.
It's that last guy, man. He has so many hit points.
Yeah.
It's good, though, because even people who aren't paying attention will notice that that's the last dude that you're fighting.
Well, he's the only level 60 in the cycle. It's hard to mistake. If he hits you, you know.
Yeah, you know.
You know. He's very hard to slow. I got really lucky on that last one.
Yeah, I'm surprised you ever actually got it.
Got it on the first cast.
You tash them too, though, right?
Yeah, I always do. Like these, I don't slow. I won't slow until the second to last one or the last one. It's just I'm doing so many other things with my mana. And
This was second to the last right here, right? This came from the right way.
I think there might be one more after this one before the last one. I'm not sure.
I think it's second to the last. The last guy should be next.
I lost track.
We'll see.
All right, so we got a bard coming out to join us, and he's not sure if he can get in, so told him to give us a minute, and when we're ready,
we've got monks.
We'll clear the
this
invis mobs.
is the second to last one. This one's not 60.
You're right. Yep, this is the second to last one right here.
Yeah, I thought there was 3 after the first 4.
Yeah, I thought it was just 2, but you're right.
He says there's just one in his way, he thinks, and he can't sneak around him, so...
we got a cleric.
Yeah, I guess if he wants to just run in and die at the stairs.
Just die up
we're gonna have repop soon, so...
If you want to move forward a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, just die at the top of the stairs. We got 96% res.
Yeah. Mila, silly. She's enjoying something.
About 1 minute left.
Perfect.
All right, so he's going to see if he can try to sneak as much as he can, and then if that doesn't work, he'll run in.
Yeah, don't back up too much, bro. I don't want him to come in here and you get sniped from behind. That'd be a bad day.
This guy's always a pain in the butt to try to get Karn on. What's hitting you, Shariki? Is that your pet breaking or what?
Nah, he's getting hit by the last guy, the big mob. Man, that timer was spot on, boy. Look at that.
It's been nice and easy with a bard, though. Get that mana regen in here.
Mana regen and some buffs. Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's see if he's still in the zone or if he died. No, he's still here. Alright, so he's still trying to work his way through.
Might be able to calm them as he comes along, too.
It sounded like he had a plan. It was like the mob was kind of roaming back and forth. I mean, you can invis pretty much the whole way to Plate House. It's just gonna be those last few mobs that are gonna see you.
Right inside, yeah. As soon as you open the first door.
And those guys don't move, so I think maybe he was talking about something else. Maybe the captain. Does he see through invis?
I'm sitting here telling you guys, and my mic's muted. The two standing right outside Plate House, those two see invis.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. I wasn't sure on that one.
I'm sitting here talking. I'm like, why the fuck aren't they listening to me?
Nobody listens to you. This guy's running, dude. Can you read it?
Mic's been muted.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.